varies, no, with airspeed. As you increase the airspeed, the total drag increases because the far side drag increases, although the induced drag decreases. Okay, the total drag will increase. Okay, so assuming na tinamaan ka ng gas, no, the gas, no, gas velocity. Okay, this is a movement of air, no, gustiness or the bugso ng hangin, no, bugso. Okay, so drag is greater with stall. Drag is greater with stall. Assuming na dito ka ngayon, no, increase power and flying level. Dito ka ngayon. So what happened is that tinamaan ka ng gas, no? So what happened nung tinamaan ka ng gas, what will happen? Tumaas yung drag. Eh siyempre, tinamaan ka eh, di ba? So airspeed is a function of your drag. Okay? So umakyat ngayon siya. Pag akyat niya, what will happen now? The airspeed will be reduced. So ito kasi intersection mo eh, it should be here, no? So lumaglag ka rito, so what will happen? Dito ka ngayon sa nariyan ka sa unstable. Unstable yan, unstable. So naging unstable yan. So what will happen is that the aircraft will tend to descend. Huwag na mo nang istolan, nagdi-descend lang siya. Okay, kasi bumagal siya. Okay, bumagal. So what happened para makabalik ka rito sa position na to is increase power. So usapan nga to, flying level flying level. So increase power. So dito ngayon, para ma-meet mo to, itong intersection between the total drag and the thrust, no? Ma-meet mo yan. So kailangan i-increase mo yung power ng aircraft. Okay? So increase power. Now, power is not the same as the thrust, ha? Power is relevant to the engine. Thrust is the one that is pushing the airplane forward. Okay ba yan, ha? So yung iba kasi sabi lang yung pagkakabanggit, yung thrust niya power, yung power niya is thrust, no? So yan, no? So yan ang gagawin nung aircraft. Pero ngayon, siyempre, kung piloto, intervention ng airplane, lalagyan niya ng power. Pero kung yung aircraft magsasarili, naka-autopilot, no, siya mismo ang magdadagdag ng power. Yun malupit. Kapag meron siyang FADEC, flight, flight computer system, kapag may flight computer system siya, nagbabago mismo yung aircraft. Nagpapalit siya ng okay? Nagdadagdag siya ng power. Kusa siya nagpa-power. Okay? Parang matic na siya. Okay? So, yan. So, kapag tinamaan ng hangin, okay, tumaas yung drag mo, siyempre, bumagal ka. So, what will happen? Unstable yung airspeed mo. What will happen? Of course, the aircraft, huwag na natin pag-usapan na mag-stall, there is a possibility of stall, mag-descend na lang siya. Okay? So, to return back to your level flight, you have to increase your power. Okay? So, yun. Then, of course, so another one, we have the total drag and we have this one, no? So, dito naman tayo, okay, the thrust is greater than drag. So, assuming na narating ka, no? So, you have 210. Then, tinamaan ka ngayon ng shear. Okay, so what will happen? Nung tinamaan ka ng shear, bumilis ka ng 230 knots, no? So, ito siya ngayon. So, ibig sabihin, advantageous ka kasi that is a stable, yung speed. Okay? So, stable yung speed mo. So, no need to add power because the thrust is greater than the drag. Okay? So, ito, okay, tinamaan ka ng shear, pumunta ka rito, so bumilis. So, nung bumilis siya, no need to add power. Dito ka lang may problema kapag bumagal ka. Pero, pag nag-increase ka, walang problema yan. Okay? Yan pag nag-increase ka, walang problema. Stable yan all the way, Yan, all the way. Oh. Yan, padiretso siya. Okay, no need to add power. Okay. So, yan. No? So, this is a basic performance of the aircraft. Now, sorry to say, no, medyo diagram lang para madaling makuha, no? Para madaling maintindihan. So, next time na pagka nagkita-kita pa tayo, wala na akong problema kasi siyempre markado na kayo yun. Okay, so diretso na yung discussion. No? Kahit anong pagsabi ko na roon, nagkakaintindihan tayo. So, pag nag-calculate ako nito, bumagal, alam niyo na kung anong gagawin nyo. Pagka nag-calculate natin to, nilagyan ko ng gas velocity, positive, bumilis ka. So, ano nang gagawin mo, di ba? So, may ano ka na, may idea ka na. Okay? So, ito yan. Then we have now forces parallel perpendicular to flight path steady climb. So, sa steady climb, ito yan. So, this is the relative airflow na naman, relative, pero hindi magkamag-anak yan, relative lang. Okay, this is your thrust, this is your drag, this is your lift. So, alam mo yung drag ha, total drag yan. Okay, so sa total drag, it will produce a lift. The total drag dito is the far side drag plus induced drag. Induced drag, ito, yung harap. Yan o, yan yung harap. Okay, yan yung lapad ng induced drag. Okay, this area to. So, nakaharap siya. Okay. So, the weight is of course downward yan because the weight is of course influenced by the gravity. No? Then of course, this angle, theta, is the same as this angle. Natural, di ba? Yan. So, the same angle yan. Then you will get now the component force. Okay? Meron kang component force which is parallel or perpendicular to the thrust line. Okay? Now, ito ngayon, ganito. Actually, ito tinatawag natin na rectilinear steady flight. But this is not actually the rectilinear steady flight for a jet, no? But for a propeller aircraft, no? Ito yung sa propeller aircraft. Okay? So, ito yung wing niya. Para mag-climb yan, of course, what will happen is that itong elevator na to, ito yung elevator niya. Okay? Yung elevator niya, itataas niya. So, ito, itataas niya. So, pupuntahin dito. What will happen? The tail will move downward. Okay? Pag ito nag-move downward, this will move upward. So that's why it will produce a lift. Okay? Okay, so yan. So, now, sa propeller, no? Sa propeller, hindi yan tinatawag na rectilinear steady flight na straight. Ito, yung ano nito, ito yung runway. Okay? Ito yung runway. Pag take off niya rito, yan siya. Okay? Pag take off niya rin, yung kasunod niyan, pag ganito. Kasi, ito kasi, pag ito, nag-move up, downward, no? Aakit to, pag aakit ito, magpo-produce to ng lift. Pag nag-produce to ng lift, ito yung yan. Hindi yan diretso. Hindi yan diretso na gano'n. Okay? Medyo nakano yan kasi the lift and of course, we have the downward force ng tail. Okay. Okay, so upward, downward. Ay, magre-reverse pala, sorry. So, pagka upward niya gano'n, the tendency na to, iakit niya yung tail. Kasi nga yung longitudinal instability, the tendency naman ito, magre-reverse to. Nung ibinaba niya para umangat, during flight, dito naman siya para mag-steady flight. Kasi sobra to eh. Ito yung moment niya, mag-moment siya, di ba? So, what will happen? Mag-nose up ito. Okay, so i-retain sa baba, so mag-o-opposite direction to para tumaas yung buntot. Pag tumaas yung buntot, ito ngayon, manu-neutralize niya, ito ngayon yan. Like a curve, no? Curve siya, kurbada. Okay? So ito, for the meantime, no? Satisfied muna tayo rito sa natawag na rectilinear steady climb. So, these are the forces, no? So, kinumpute to sa equilibrium. Okay, forces, summation forces is equals to 0. Okay. So, the vertical and horizontal is equivalent to 0. So, equilibrium yan. So, ibig sabihin, hindi gagalaw yung aeroplano. Yan lang, yung sa drawing, no? Nakaganyan lang siya. Okay. Then, we have now the thrust is equals to drag plus W sine theta. So, tapos na siguro kayo ng ano eh, ng static and dynamics, no? Mechanics of static and dynamics, saka hindi, wag na deformable bodies, ito yan. Summation forces horizontal. So, summation forces horizontal, kung kukunin natin horizontal ito, okay? So, we have the thrust minus drag minus W sine theta. Okay? Kasi horizontal eh. So, ito yan. Okay? Thrust minus drag minus W sine theta equals to 0. So, kunin natin yung ito kasi yan eh. Thrust minus drag plus W minus W, sorry, is equals to theta is equals to 0. So, kung kunin mo yung thrust, equate mo siya, minus to, minus. So, magiging thrust equals to drag plus W sine theta ito. So, assuming na forward component is positive, itong drag papunta sa likod at saka itong W sine theta papunta sa likod. So, minus yan. So, ito siya. So, drag plus itong drag thrust minus drag minus W sine theta. So, para makuha yung thrust natin is drag plus W sine theta. So, tandaan nyo yun ha. So, kung binigay yung angle of attack na theta, no? Binigay yung weight at saka binigay yung drag, kaya mo na solvein yung total thrust. Ito yan. Okay? Tapos, vertical natin, sa vertical, ito. So, summation force vertical upward, positive yung leap, negative itong W cosine theta. So, leap minus cosine W theta is equals to 0. So, ito. Leap minus W cosine theta is equals to 0. So, the leap is equivalent to W cosine theta. Okay? So, yun na. Kasi hindi ko malaman, hindi pa baka tapos na static and dynamics. Kasi ito yun eh. Okay, so, but anyway, this is the equation. No? You will start, I think this week, before the next week, ipo-forward ko sa inyo to yung module nito, no? Para for you to familiarize yourself. No? So, yan, may angle. In steady climb, alam niyo naman kung paano gamitin ito. Pagka kunyari, angle of attack mo is 5 degrees, so W sine theta. Then, in steady climb, weight is greater than leap. Steady climb, no? Weight is greater than leap. Okay? Kapag steady climb, so umakit ka. And thrust is greater than drag. Okay? Kasi, di ba, ito jet kasi ito eh. Di ba sabi, pagka climb, leap is greater than weight, di ba? Dito yan. Para umakyat ka. Dito, sa malaking aircraft, weight is greater than leap. Okay, so weight is greater than leap and thrust is greater than drag. So, binibit ng thrust yung weight, di ba? Kasi weight is greater than leap. So, it is the drag that is utilizing the airplane to move upward. Okay, to move upward. Okay, so nakuha niyo ba? So, itong thrust na to, i-initiate para magkaroon siya ng lift. But the weight is greater than lift. Ito lang nagpo-produce. Why? Why? Yung pala yung why. Based on the forces acting vertically, weight is balanced by lift plus a part of a thrust. W is equals to L plus T sin theta. Hence, weight must be greater than lift. Okay? So, ito galing to sa Airbus, no? Airbus 320 na manual. Based on the forces acting vertically, weight is balanced by lift plus a part of a thrust. So, W is equals to lift plus thrust sin theta. See? So, mataas yung W. Hence, weight must be greater than lift. But of course, the thrust is greater, more. Greater, more. Kaya siya umakyat. Okay. Ito Airbus to, yung yung reference nito. Okay, we have steady descending flight. Okay. Thrust must now be much smaller than during straight and level flight. Thus, ito, summation forces rin, no? Lift minus W cosine theta. Yan. Opposite direction. Positive upward, negative downward. Okay? Then ito, wag mo na kunin to kasi ano lang naman tayo horizontal and vertical. Then kung horizontal mo itong thrust line, okay, positive thrust minus drag. Okay? Positive thrust minus drag. Okay? Then we have plus W sin theta. Yan. Then equate mo yan, yung total drag natin is equivalent to thrust plus W sin theta or the thrust equivalent to drag minus W sin theta. So, ibig sabihin, that is what you call descending flight. Now, take note, weight is greater than lift and drag is greater than thrust. Descending. Dalawa yan. Pagka nag-descend ka, ibig sabihin, may power. May power. So, ibig sabihin, pag nag-descend ka, umaandar yung makina. So, kapag ikaw piloto, pag bumababa ka, sasabihin mo, descending flight, ganyan, descending from 30,000 to 20,000 feet. Descending. Okay? Ibig sabihin, may power. Okay? Magkaiba kasi pag sinabi mo na gliding, iba yan. Pag sinabi mong gliding, patay yung makina niyan. So, pag sinabi mo, I'm gliding now from 8,000 to 5,000, I'm now gliding from 8,000 to 5,000 feet. Ibig sabihin niya, papasok sa isip ng traffic controller, walang power yung aeroplano. Patay ang makina. Gliding lang Gliding, no? Pero pag sinabi descending, ibig sabihin, umaandar yung engine. Reduce power ka lang. So, magkaiba yung descend, magkaiba yung glide, ha? Baka pagkakaintindi nyo, parehas siya, magkaiba yan. Descending sa atin, may power. Pag sinabi mong glide, wala. Nag-glide ka, ibig sabihin, nag-glide ka, wala ka ng power. No? So, ito, no? So, dito nga pala, ito, ano lang to, Okay. Ano lang to? Still air. Hangin pa rin. Hindi, still air. Ibig sabihin yan, walang galawan yung hangin. Walang galawan, Walang galawan. Kung yung downward mo, pababa mo rito is 300 miles per hour, yung dating sa rito is 300 miles per hour rin. Okay? That is your relative wind. That is your movement. Okay? So again, kung ito, still air pala. Air. Kung galawan mo rito, hindi gumagalaw yung hangin. Kung airspeed mo rito, papunta riyan is 300 miles per hour, yung pasalubong sa'yo, siyempre the same. 500 miles per hour, 300 miles per hour. The same. So that is relative. Okay? Then glide. So makikita nyo na, sa glide ngayon, wala tayong power, so makikita mo yung thrust is zero. So ito yung diagram niya. Okay? So, present sa glide ngayon is the lift, drag, and weight. Okay? So, ito yan. Thrust is 0. Drag is equal to W sin theta. Lift is W cosine theta. Tangent theta is, of course, your drag over lift. For typical training airplane, the lift over drag is maximum at about 4 degrees angle of attack. Ito yung mga ine-exam rin. Yan. Yan. 4 degrees angle of attack. This corresponds to the speed. This corresponds to the speed of minimum drag speed. The speed where drag is minimum. Okay? Take note. 4 degrees. Maximum of 4 degrees, which is corresponds to the minimum drag speed. So, sa minimum drag speed, during glide, kailangan i-maintain mo yung minimum drag speed mo. Bakit? Kasi pagka hindi mo kinontain yung minimum drag speed mo, lalaglag ka doon sa unacceptable speed, lalaglag yung eroplano. So, that is another stall. So, ang bagal mo, what will happen? Na supposedly, ito yung minimum drag speed mo, dito ka ngayon sa likod. So, what will happen? The airplane will drop. It will lose altitude. Okay? So, again, saan yun? So, yan. Okay? So, this is also true sa gliding. Okay? Pag gliding ka, you should maintain this. Minimum drag speed. Kapag bumagal ka, what will happen? Mag-stall yung aircraft. Lalaglag yung aircraft. Kasi kanina, di ba, sinabi ko, will descend. Will descend. Kung tatatandaan nyo. Ngayon, mag-stall. Bakit? Kasi wala kang power. Mag-stall na yan. Dito kasi, may power pa. Assuming na may power ka, so, descend lang ako. Pag nag-descend ka, all you have to do is to increase power para pumasok ka rito sa stable portion. Okay? So, balik tayo dito. Ito na yun. So, yan. Then, afterwards, we have your... Okay. The diagram shows that if the angle of attack stays at 4 degrees, okay. The diagram shows that if the angle of attack stays at 4 degrees yan, a heavy airplane increases its lift and drag in the same proportion and glides the same distance. Okay? So, makikita mo, the bigger airplane, of course, will maintain the same minimum drag speed. Okay? If it stays at 4 degrees. Okay? Kaya ito, tara. Malaking aeroplano to, okay? Palanding yan. Okay? Then, merong maliit. Mauna pa yung maliit eh. Okay? Kasi nga, yung minimum drag niya, masyadong maliit kaysa ito. Ito, ang lapad, ang laki ng aeroplano, di ba? Nakikita mo, at 4 degrees, ito, maliit na airplane, kinakalculate pa rin, guys. Ito, maliit at saka isang malaki, no? Nakikita mo, mas mabilis ito bumababa kaysa ito. Kasi tignan mo, ang laki ng area, oh. Ang laki ng area, di ba? So, kung pababa yan, subject to sa drag, ito, ang liit ng drag niyan, dire-diretso yan. Okay? So, mauna pa yung maliit na aeroplano. Kaya ngayon, yung C5 Galaxy, ilang beses ka nang gumanon, pag ganun mo, nare pa rin. Hindi pa nakakababa. Okay? So, sa sobrang laki, no? So, ang laki ng niya, ng leap. Okay? So, yan. So, for the glide. Okay? So, this is your heavy, this is your light. Okay? Mabigat yung heavy aircraft. Okay? Then, of course, the leap for the light is this, no? Yung for heavy, malakas yung drag niya. Yung light is low. Okay? Kapag maliit lang yung aeroplano, siyempre maliit lang yung drag niya. Okay? Maliit rin yung lift niya. Kaso po, baba naman siya, di ba? Itong bigger, yung heavy, okay, mataas yung lift niya, pero malaki siya. And of course, yung drag niya, malaki. Kasi ang laki niya, di ba? So, yeah. So, that's the difference. So, what will happen now, ito yung weights niya. Okay? Yung sa light, ito yung weights niya. And sa heavy, syempre, mas mabigat siya. So, yung lights, narito lang. So, what will happen, if based on the glide path, they will cover the same distance, pero mas mabilis makalanding yung maliit kaysa sa malaki. mas mabilis. Okay? So, kaya nga sinabi sa inyo, ang laking C5. No? Nakita ka na kasi ako niya sa Cebu, sa Mactan. Then, merong maliit dito. Naunahan pa ng maliit, lumandi. Okay? In-overtake pa. Pero galit yung piloto yung pag in-overtake. Na-overtake. Kasi yung iba kasi parang yung yung kilala ko sa C-130, in-overtake pa siya ng PAL. So, nagbigay siya ng umigay siya ng clearance to land. No? Yung PAL, nasa likod. Humingi rin ng clearance. Una pang pinalanding. Diba? Siyempre, depende kasi heavy aircraft yung dala-dala mo heavy. Yung isa mabilis. No? So, pinalanding agad. Okay. So, nung bumaba siya, galit na galit. Palakasan. Hindi palakasan yun. Siyempre, depende sa aircraft. No? Kasi kung hihintayin ka niya lumanding, baka mahirapan siya. Aabutin niya na, bababa siya sa minimum drag speed, magkakaproblema siya. Kasi kukunin niya mabagal na airspeed na hindi naman pwede. Hindi niya kayang kunin. So most probably, paunahin siya. So yun. Alam rin ng traffic controller kung anong klase ng aeroplano yung nauna at saka sumunod. Or, if possible, i-go around ka. Okay? Sasabihin, may lalanding, i-go around ka. Kung bukas ka pa dadapo, di ba? So, paunahin na yung isa. So, mag-go around ka, di ba? So, yun. Sabihin niya, ba't hindi pinag-go around yan, di ba? Kasi ang bagal ko lumanding. So, ang laki. Laki ng aeroplano. So, yan yung difference, ha? Pero, dapat yan, yung ideal riyan na gliding angle is 5 degrees. Thrust and power, Okay, kaya discuss na to Discuss na to, okay? Thrust and power. So, magkaiba yan. Okay, we have now the variation of jet thrust with speed. Okay. This is the thrust and this is the velocity. Okay? So, we have intake momentum drag. Okay? The mass greater velocity exhaust is constant and of course the thrust loss. So dito tayo, then this is your thrust varying with speed. Okay? So makikita nyo sa jet, halos constant yung thrust niya at different airspeed. Okay? Sa propeller, ibang usapan. Ito, tandaan nyo, jet yan nakalagay. So jet. So ito siya. Pag umabot na siya rito, intersection between this one, so velocity increase, mass increase, stagnation pressure, density, and of course we have temperature. This is now the specific requirements for the ram effect, or the pressure na pinag-usapan natin kanina sa P2 tube. So dito ngayon, applicable for low bypass ratio engine only. Low bypass ratio, ito yan. So again, may drawing tayo kanina pero ito. Low bypass, ito siya. Okay. So that is the compressor, this is the turbine. Okay, then you have the exhaust. Okay. This is a low bypass. Okay. So that is the engine, low bypass yan. So pagpasok niya rito, pasok yung so that is a low bypass. Yung high bypass, ito yan. So, meron ka rito fan blade. Okay, itas this one. Then, meron ka rito compressor. Then, meron ka rito turbine. Tapos, meron ka rito exhaust. So, ito ngayon, nakaganito yan. So, ito yung natin, engine. Pag nag-rotate to, automatic to, some air will go there. And that is what we call the bypass. And some air, of course, going inside. So, this is applicable for low bypass ratio engine. So, dito tayo. Low bypass. Ito, ginagamit to sa bigger passenger airplane. Ito yung may fan blade. FB, fan blade. May fan blade yan. Okay? Ito wala. Pero usually, some air will also move there. Okay? Kasi ano yan insulation Ay, may, para insulate niya yung heat na hindi mag-escape. Kasi pag nag-escape yung heat niya, bababa yung thermal efficiency niya. Ito, hindi siya bababa kasi malaki yung volume ng hangin na dumadaan din sa labas. Okay? So, yan. So, this is just applicable for low bypass. No? So, imagine kung high bypass to, so mas maganda. So, high and low bypass ratio engine. So, this is your low bypass engine. No? Low bypass engine, this one, okay, has a constant thrust all the way. Okay? Habang bumibilis yan, constant lang yung thrust niya. Pag high bypass, like this one, okay, ito, bumibilis siya, pero yung thrust niya bumababa. Okay, the ram effect is insufficient to compensate for the intake momentum drag. V is greater than and T is equals to less than, okay? Temperature, okay? Or the thrust, no? Kasi naano ako rito kasi ito kasi thermodynamics ng loob nito Pero kung nila natin labas at saka loob. Unahan at saka likod. Unahan, ito lang tayo, unahan at saka likod usapan. No? Kasi ito ibang usapan din sa loob dito Okay, but anyway, no? So, high bypass engine. So, ibig sabihin, pag high bypass, pag bumibilis ka, yung thrust na binibigay, lumiliit. Okay? Pero it doesn't mean na pag lumiliit yung thrust, liliit yung velocity. So, ibig sabihin, the thrust is not for a high bypass ratio engine, the thrust is not proportionate to velocity. That is why, ginagamit natin sa airline, bypass, high bypass ratio engine. Ito, fan blade. Turbofan. Ayusin natin yan. Turbofan. Turbofan engine. So, ibig sabihin, may fan siya sa harapan. May fan. Okay? Okay, yan. So, lalabas kayo yung yung contention mo na pag tinaas mo yung thrust, tataas yung airspeed. No. Dito, pagka tinaas mo yung airspeed, bumababa yung value ng thrust. Okay, because of the design of the airplane. So, ibig sabihin, the concept depends upon the situation. Okay? So, sabi nga sa inyo sabi ko noon, pag ikaw nag-start, then tumigil ka na, alam mo, may masasabi ka, may kwento ka na ganito ang ganyan, pero hindi pa. Hindi mo natapos Kaya dito, may kita mo, there are variation. Dito usapan kung ano yung system. Pinag-usapan na kung ano yung system Hindi na pinag-usapan rito kung ano yung basic. Alam mo ba na sa aircraft dalawa yung hydraulic system yan. At saka, kulay kulay niya, blue and yellow, no? So, yung dito sa right side at saka sa left side, magkaiba yung linya ng hydraulic system. Ibig sabihin, lahat ng component sa kanan, binibigyan ng hydraulics ng kanan. Lahat ng nasa kaliwa, binibigyan ng hydraulic system, yung kaliwa lang. Lahat ng nasa kanan na kuryente, ibinibigay ng generator sa kanan. Sa kaliwa naman, kailangan na kuryente, sa kaliwa lahat ibinibigay. So, dalawa yan. So, hydraulic system, hindi pwede mag-fail. Electrical system, hindi pwede mag-fail. Okay? Now, paano yan kung namatay yung generator dito sa right side? So, pagka namatay yung generator sa right side, mawawalan ngayon ng hydraulic system rito, mawawalan rin ng electrical system sa kanan, di ba? magko-cross speed siya. So pag nawala rito, magko-cross speed. Ibig sabihin, the left system will supply the right system. Okay? Susupply niya para gumana lahat. Take note, so ibig sabihin, yung generator sa kabila, kaya niyang suportahan yung buong eroplano. Tama. Lahat kaya niyang suportahan yan. Electrical niya, kaya niyang suportahan lahat. Pero during regular and uneventful, no? So walang pangyayari, no? Uneventful. Kasi usually yung ginagamit, uneventful. Binibigyan niya yung area niya lang. Pag uneventful. Pero if there is already an event, no? Nagkaroon ng problema, so magko-cross speed yun, mag-o-open yung kabila, tatakbo rin yung kuryente para masuportahan niya lahat ng nasa kanan. Okay? So, ganun katindi, di ba? Kaya, itong aircraft, imposible nga magka-aksidente yung aircraft. Kung well-maintained ang aeroplano, di ba, sabi ko sa inyo noon, kung well-maintained yung aeroplano mo, then sumusunod ka sa limitation, kayang-kaya kunin yung 1:1 million accident. Sa 1 million, isa lang yung accident. Okay? So, variety of thrust available with altitude. Thrust and airspeed. Sa low altitude, you need higher thrust to attain an airspeed. Okay? So, yan, diagram na. Tandaan nyo. Kapag sa Tagalog, no, pagka low altitude ka, bababa ka lang, you need a lot of thrust to increase your airspeed. But at high altitude, you need a low thrust to attain a airspeed. That is why yung jet, hindi siya lumilipad service ceiling at saka observed ceiling. Pag take off niyan, pupunta ka agad dyan sa high altitude, especially yung service ceiling. Doon siya magko-cruising. Kasi doon sa cruising na yun, high altitude yan, yung gagamitin niyang thrust dito is lower. Pero ang bilis niya, mabilis. Okay? Pag yung jet, hindi siya tumaas ng service ceiling niya, dito siya lumipad. Okay? So it needs thrust, a lot of thrust. So ibig sabihin, from Manila to Cebu, no? Okay, ano yan? Kasi yung altitude mo rin, required altitude is 30,000 feet. Okay? So high altitude ka. So ibig sabihin, at 30,000 feet, you will use a smaller thrust, no, to attain the airspeed. Okay? Now, from Manila to Cebu, lumipad ka ng 10,000 feet, you need a lot of thrust. Ito yung low altitude mo eh. You need a lot of thrust to maintain the same altitude, the same airspeed. Kung the same airspeed yan, ibig sabihin, darating ka doon sa pupuntahan mo at the same time, or you will cover the same time in the same distance, right? But if you will maintain a low altitude, you will produce thrust. So if you will produce a thrust, no, that will compensate with the airspeed and of course will match the low altitude, you need to increase the power. Now, if you increase the power, it needs a lot of fuel burn. Maraming ka susunugin na fuel diyan kasi low altitude ka eh. So all you have to do is to shift to your decent altitude para magbigay ka ng lower power, getting the same thrust, okay? Getting low power, getting low power, getting low thrust, giving low power, getting low thrust, pero maintaining your airspeed equivalent to the one that is flying low. Okay? Kaya siyempre, pagka jet yan, commercial, di ba? Pag akit niyan, dire-diretso yan sa wala na lingon-lingon yan, dire-diretso sa service ceiling, doon siya magkukusing. Kasi, konting, din siya, power ang bibigyan niya, pero, yung thrust na ipoproduce niya, maliit lang, pero yung airspeed niya, the same ng tumatakbo rito, lumilipad rito, na todo-todo yung power na binibigay. Okay? So, yun, kuha nyo. So, ito, pantay lang sila. Ito, low thrust, airspeed the same. Ito, same airspeed, okay? More thrust, more fuel, di ba? So, all you have to do is to go to the altitude. Okay? Okay. So, ito pa rin. So, power is not a thrust. Okay? Thrust, the force that accelerates and decelerates an airplane. Power as the rate per doing work. Power is work over time. Power is work over time. Work is joule over time. And joule is Newton meter, di ba? Over time, that is a watts, no? Or kilowatts. Or this is power is, of course, horsepower. Okay? So power available for a jet is thrust times velocity, where velocity is what you call true airspeed. Okay? Power available. Before the brakes release on the takeoff run, true airspeed is 0 and there is no power available but there is a considerable thrust. Okay? So ito na-try na natin to before, no? So true airspeed kapag nasa baba pa yung aeroplano, hindi pa tumatakbo, 0 yan. Kasi hindi naman ano eh. Then meron ka ng power available. Pero wala kang thrust. Hindi nga gumagalaw yung aeroplano eh. Naka-stay lang eh. Okay? Then, of course, we have tawag na tayo dito. Baka makalimutan. Okay. We have your descent, no? Actually, usapan kanina kung paano makakatipid ng fuel, no? We have descent, no? Assuming that this is your point A to point B. Usually, ito yung ginagawa eh. Ginagawa ng mga pilots, no? Aakit yan. Okay, aakit yan. Tapos low thrust, the same airspeed. Then malayo pa, it will descend. And this is what you call CDA. Continuous descent approach, CDA. Yung CDA na to, this will, of course, save fuel for the aircraft. Okay? Now, bakit ganyan? Dati ganito kasi practice nila. A, B. So, akit yan. Kita nyo, ang lapit, di ba? Ito malayo. Malayo yan. Okay? Then afterwards, bababa yan dito. Okay? Ganyan ang ginagawa dati. Yan. Okay? And this is, yan ang ini-implement kasi they just found out na, kasi ito, tingnan mo. Pag yan, bumaba ka, then nag-level flight ka, so you need power, di ba? You need power. Pag you need power. Then, of course, de-design ka na naman, para mag-level flight ka, you need power also. Then, bababa ka na naman, until such time na you reach your destination, then you land. Okay? They just found out that the CDA, or continuous descent approach, is much economical than the one which is abrupt yung baba niya. Okay? So ito, kung minsan nasa ang layo pa, ito sa ibabaw, malayo pa aeroplano, i-declare na ng piloto na we are already descending, ganyan dyan. Dinedescend na. We are descending at ganyan. Makita mo sa mapa, di sa may upuan, may paroon. Ang layo pa ng aeroplano, nagde-descend na kasi makikita mo yung mga ulo ng mga tao roon. Nawala. So, ibig sabihin, gumanon yung aircraft. Gumanon. Nawala yung ulo eh. Di ba? Yung mga ulo dati sa harapan eh. Gumanon. So, ibig sabihin, lumubog yung harap, nagde-descend na yung aircraft. Ang layo pa. Okay? Ito, nasanay sila. You know, there is a related story on this. Eh. Yung kumpare ko siya nasa Saudia, no? That is an airline. So, ano siya rin performance engineer. So, kita niya, merong ganyan, performance engineer. So, yung performance engineer, ito kasi usually mga Arabo, ito yung ginagamit nila. So, sumakay siya sa cockpit, then of course, in-advise niya yung kapitan, which is ang matanda na mag-comply sa CDA or the Continuous Descent Approach. So, hindi nag-comply, no? Nagalit kasi dito raw siya nasanay, dito siya lumaki. Okay? Dito siya nasanay. Okay? At sinabi sa kanya na wala raw problema sa fuel yung Saudi. Sabi sa kanya, we don't need that. Sabi ko, kaya lang sa kanya kasi nagbibigay siya ng study per instruction of the airline kung saan makakatipid ng fuel. Kasi hindi kasi naalam ng kapitan na maliit kasi nung matanda. Kasi once you burn lesser fuel, you will also lessen the carbon print, di ba? The footprint, no? Di ba? Pagka konti lang sinunog mo, siyempre yung based sa requirements, no? Carbon footprints mas maliit kaysa sumunog ka ng marami, di ba? Kaso sabi niya, yung wala rin sila problema sa fuel kasi may mga fuel sila. May fuel sila marami. So ito. Then of course, nagkasagutan sila doon sa cockpit kasi ayaw sumunod ng kapitan. No? Ganito pa rin ginawa hanggang lumanding ng Manila. Ganito. Yun. Yun, nag-away sila. Then afterwards, nung nag-layover lang sila, then afterwards, babalik na sila ng Middle East. The same aircraft yung sasakay niya, pabalik roon. The same captain rin yung maglilipad. So, tumawag siya sa opisina nila. Sabi lang, bukas na ako lilipad. Sa inyo, bukas na ako lilipad. Gagamitin, sasakay ko rin sa aeroplano to. Kasi galit yung kapitan So, sabi niya, para baka mag-away lang kami sa taas. So, yun. So, that is continuous descent approach. Ito is to, of course, lessen the carbon footprints. Okay. So, hindi lang masyadong explain. Dapat yun muna i-explain niya bago in-explain niya economy. Kasi wala naman economy sila. Hindi naman sila kailangan magtipid, di ba? Sabi, may fuel nga Ito magtitipid. So, yun, masyadong hipokrito, di ba? Tama ba? Hipokrito yun, ganun. So, yan. So, we have the trust. Na-discuss ko lang, no? Kasi, that is nice to know, di ba? Then, of course, we have here your power available for jet, no? So, again, this is jet, no? So, power available for jet, ito yan. Thrust ng jet, saka power available ng jet. So, yung power available ng the thrust now being produced by the jet is constant at any airspeed. Through airspeed yan. Okay? But, of course, we have here the power available for jet. Habang bumibilis yung aeroplano, tumataas yung power available hanggang dito. Mag-meet sila somewhere. Then afterwards, okay, dito na bumibit niya yung airspeed, but of course, you have to increase your power available for jet also. Okay? Pero, pwede ka na rito kasi the airspeed is of course, ito na. Okay? Pag itinas mo ito, siyempre, aakit pa yung thrust mo. But kung imiwit mo lang siya, pwede na rito, but still you will increase your airspeed. That is the thrust and power. Okay? For a jet. Okay? Then, for a propeller, okay, ito yung power available. Di ba power is equivalent to thrust times velocity. Thrust times velocity. So, power available generally increase with forward speed at fast and slow forward speed. Power available drops because of the reduced propeller efficiency. Okay? So, ito yan. So, what happens is that kapag nag-increase siya ng power, lumalaglag yung tumataas siya, then bumababa. No? So, this is the maximum power na ibibigay mo. Then, the rest, bababa na yung power available. So, the problem here is that power available, wala pa tayong power required. Ano nga yung power required sa altitude? Okay? So, silipin natin to. So, ito yan. Power available yan. Power available yan. Available power. So, ibig sabihin, ito yung pinoproduce ng aircraft na jet. Ito ang pinoproduce ng aircraft na propeller. Okay? So, bumaba siya. Okay? As you increase the airspeed, lumalaglag yung available power. So, this is now your power required for a propeller. No? So, this is the drag. Okay? Dito yung drag natin. Then, we have here the power required. So, kapag binisa mo sa airspeed, kinuha mo yung power, ito yung power required mo. So, this one, power required. So, pagka umaakit ka na, ito yung required power. Meaning, yung required power is drag times velocity. Drag times velocity. Yung power available is thrust times velocity. Okay? Kasi constant yung yung velocity mo at different station. Pero yung thrust na napoproduce ng aircraft is different from any airspeed, di ba? So, ito na yan. So, drag tayo, related sa drag. So, the airspeed and the drag. So, we have here your power required. So, yung power required mo, require na power for different airspeed. Habang bumibilis yung airspeed mo, tumataas yung power required mo. See? Yan, tumataas. Pagka tumaas yung power required mo, what will happen now with the drag? Siyempre, increasing. Okay? As you go along, di ba? Di ba, kanina sabi natin, total drag is equivalent to partial drag plus induced drag. If you increase the air velocity, the more drag you will produce, right? But of course, the lesser the velocity you will increase, and the drag will drop, you will hit the minimum drag speed is lower, the aircraft will descend. Okay? So dito, siyempre habang bumibilis yung airspeed mo, bibigay ka yung required power, tumataas, then yung total drag mo, tumataas rin. Okay? Then, of course, we have here ito, okay, minimum speed for minimum power, ito. Okay, kunin mo to sa 0. Then, i-ano mo siya, kunin mo yung line, papunta roon. Tanong, sir, paano nakuha yung line? Kasi i-ginagraph yan. So, actually, magko-compute ka ng different power available and power required for different airspeed. Pero yung airspeed, dapat i-determine mo na kung ano yung maximum speed ng aircraft. Kunin mo muna. Then, ipaplat yan, lahat ipaplat. Then, of course, iyan mo, ito tangent, tangent to the power curve. So, power curve, ito, power curve, from 0, igagano mo yan. So, tangent is a line touching a curve, di ba? So, alam naman natin yan. So, pag nag-touch siya yan, yung unang touch, that is the speed for minimum power, which is equivalent to 0.76 minimum drag speed. Okay. So, ibig sabihin, the speed for minimum power is slower than the speed for minimum power is less than the minimum drag speed. So, ito ngayon yung speed mo sa minimum power. Yan. Minimum power. So, sa minimum power required, ito lang yung airspeed mo. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, kung gusto mo lumaglag ka from minimum drag speed, bumaba ka, pwede ka mag-stay rito, pero this is now your minimum power required na velocity. Yan tawag yan. Minimum power required. So, ibig sabihin, pagka minimum power required to, what will happen? The aircraft will descend still. Okay? Descent, no? Descent yung, decently, no? Lalaglag ka lang ng magre-reduce ka lang. But you will not stall, siyempre, no? Kasi, Na-comport pagka nag-install. Tanong, sir, pagka nag-install ba, dire-diretso? Hindi. Pag nag-install yan, may shaker yan. Yung yoke, no? Yung stick, kapag mag-install na yung aircraft, tumatama na siya kasi lumalaglag na yung metro, no? Nag-shake yung may shaker yan. So, yung shaker na yan, diniscuss ko yun sa dynamics and vibration, no? Aerospace vibration. Yeah. Aircraft vibration. Yeah. Performance and aircraft vibration yata yung tinuro ko. So, may shaker yan, no? So, ibig sabihin shaker anytime the aircraft will parang kang ginigising, no? May sensor yan doon eh. So, mag-shake yan. So, maramdaman mo na mag-install na kasi nag-shake. Or, there is an audio. Okay? May audio, meron siyang beep, 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 beep. Okay? Or, for a bigger airplane, meron siyang audio warning, no? Stall, di ba? Stall, stall, stall. Kaya magsasabi sa kanya. So, ma-alarm ka na later on, in due time, the aircraft will stall. Okay? Not only descending, but it will stall. So, ibig sabihin, it will drop rapidly. Okay? It will not descend rapidly, but it will drop. Iba yung drop at saka iba yung descend. Okay? Take off. Hanggang saan ba tayo yan? So, take off. Two sections of take off. Two sections of take off is equivalent take off distance required. Yan. TODR, take off distance required. And we have ground roll. We have take off run required. And of course, airborne. Sa aircraft, no, for small airplane, binibit natin is 50 feet. Okay, assuming this is the runway. Okay. Alam mo yung runway, slope yan. Guys, hindi yan nakadiretso ha. Slope. So, ibig sabihin, medyo naka-slope yan. Papunta roon, naka-slope. No? Slope yan, naka-slope. No? Ito, exaggerated lang yan. Slope yan. Okay? Then, of course, dito, meron tayo rito 50 feet obstacle. The aircraft should beat this 50 feet obstacle. Kailangan abutin yan. So, that is for a Class B airplane or a propeller airplane. O, lagyan natin ng propeller. Okay. Okay. Now, for a jet, dito natin sa patikopin. Okay. So, this is the jet. So, mas mataas pa yung puno sa atin, di ba? 35 feet. 35 feet. So, in deciding an airplane, kailangan may cover mo yung 35 feet. Kapag jet, pag propeller, dapat reference mo is 50 feet high. Okay? Dapat yan, nakapatong ka na riyan at 50 feet. No? Nariyan ka na. Okay? Ito, sa jet, 35. Sa rate of climb ng propeller is 100 feet per minute. No? Sa jet is 500 feet per minute. Yung screen na tinatawag is screen to be cleared by the lowest part of airplane. Lowest part of airplane, yung gulong. Kung nakalabas pa yung gulong yan, i-clear niyan. So, 35 feet. Ito, 50 feet. Okay? So, somewhere in Bisaya, no? Meron ba ko? Ito siya, no? So, ito yung runway. Okay, dito may nagtayo ng building. Dati kasi 2-story building na yan. Naging issue to eh. 2 palapag. Then ginawang 3. Ginawang 4. Yan. Then it blocked already this is become a hazard no, for the aircraft and for the airline. You know what? Sabi nung legacy airline natin na tanggalin yung ibabaw. Bawasan to. Ayaw nila. Kasi nga sasabit yung eroplano sasabit, no? Kasi yung clear, pagka dito siya, ang hirap lumanding. Okay? Kasi lalanding yan, headwind dapat. Okay? Mas lalo kapag tumake off yan. Pag tumake off yan, headwind naman. Lagi nasa harap yung hangin dapat. Pag dito, ang hirap naman i-beat yung yung height nung establishment. Okay? So ayaw pumayag yung local government, sinuspend ngayon ng airline yung operation. Yung mabigat. Sinuspend yung operation. So, ibig sabihin nyo, all the airplane will not fly on that malaking province to sa Bisaya. No? Then nagsunuran lahat ng airline. No? So wala silang ginawa kundi tabasin yan. Tinapos yung building. Tinanggal yung sobra. Okay? Kasi nga naman, kapag wala lumipad rong aeroplano, yung economy mo lalaglag. Walang trade Sino pupuntang businessman ron Walang pasakay na aeroplano, puro barko, di ba? Di ba? Busy yan. Ibig sabihin 2 days ka, nababiyahe, di ba? Ibig na pagka-aeroplano, balikan, pwede mo kaya. So, yan. No? So, that is very important. But, of course, sa atin, pag propeller is 50 feet high, yung i-clear mo, screen to be cleared by lowest part of the airplane. So, kung anong lowest part niya, then, of course, sa jet is 35 feet. Yeah. So, we have indicated their speed or calibrated their speed. Air data computer removes instrument and position errors. Significant because changes in air density result in the airplane achieving same indicated airspeed or calibrated airspeed at different true airspeed and ground speed. Okay. On hot days at high elevation aerodromes, the TOR are, that is the takeoff run required and takeoff distance required are longer for identical airplane. The same. For hot days. Hot days. Di ba sabi ko kanina, sumabit yung aeroplano, di ba? Kasi summer. So, ibig sabihin, the aircraft will run more than during wet days. No? This not wet days na bumabagyo o rumula. No? Yung, may moist yung hangin. No? Malamig yung weather, hindi hot days. Hot days kasi, sabi natin, 40 degrees Celsius yung temperature. So, the airplane will try to cover a lot of distance back to make off. Kaya yung aircraft noon to make off, ang dami pa nila sumabit sa puno dun sa dulo, sumabit. No? So ito na sinasabi ko So this is the term. Okay, it needs a longer take off distance and take off run required. Okay, for hot days. Okay. So this is now your dito tayo palate. Okay, ito nga yung yung ground roll. Okay. Ground roll natin is of course brake release, okay, power, then brake release, tatakbo ngayon yan. Then this is the ground roll or what we call the TORR. Then we have total distance required. Then pag dito na siya, siyempre may B1 pa rito, B2, no? Hindi na ipinakita. Then we have the rotational velocity. Pag rotational velocity, full power na yan. Tapos ito yung lift off, ibig sabihin, humiwalay na yung gulong sa surface. Okay? Then this is now the airborne section. So dito, 35 feet yan. Yung i-clear niyan. Okay? Then, of course, pagka-take off niyan, pasok ko agad yung landing gear para bumaba yung total drag. Pagka bumaba yung total drag, bibilis yung airspeed niya. Pag bumilis yung airspeed niya, tataas yung rate of climb niya. Okay? Rate of climb kasi is what you call vertical speed ng aircraft. Okay? This is relative. This is the velocity relative to the aircraft. Ito yung vertical niya. Okay? So, rotational speed at which the pilot starts to apply back pressure to initiate rotation. Ano ba tinatawag na back pressure? Yung back pressure na yan is when you apply a pressure on the elevator of the airplane. Pagka in-apply mo ng elevator yan, what will happen is that the tail section will move down will move down and the airplane will produce induced drag, no? So it will climb. Okay? So may back pressure. You need to say process. At BR, the pilot starts to raise the nose, okay? The nose will leave the ground, but the main wheel do not leave the ground until the lift off speed. So, pag tumakbo yan, ito, lalagyan mo ng back pressure rin sa likod. So, the tendency is the tail will move downward. Okay? Then, you put a rotational velocity, umangat na yung nose. So, airborne na yan. Pag angat niya, then of course, pinakauling iiwala yung main gear, yung nasa wing. Okay? So, yun. Then we have forces acting on airplane during take-off run. So, sa take-off run, ito. Meron tayong wheel drag or friction. Friction, okay. Ground reaction, siyempre meron tayong upward. Ground reaction dito sa nose wheel, we have the ground reaction as the main wheel. Okay, we have the lift already and we have the weight. So, yung weight mo, makikita mo, yan yung pinaka kita-kita rito. Okay? So, we have the thrust, ganyan. Note, total drag increases during takeoff. Far side drag increasing as airspeed. Alam natin kanina, di ba? If you increase the airspeed, the far side drag increases. And large increases in induced drag following rotation. Induced drag attains its greater value for the entire flight just after takeoff. Sa takeoff lang. Pero during flight, induced drag becomes lesser. Far side drag becomes higher. No? Why? Because of the airspeed. You increase the airspeed, you will increase the drag. Okay? So acceleration during takeoff. So we will have this next meeting. Next meeting, marami tayo. So this is 50 slides, so marami pa. Okay? So I think that's it for today ulit. No? So almost time. Yun, dami pa eh. Dapat to. Dapat to, 2 semester. Dapat to, ginawa. 1 and 2. So 1 and 2 to, lahat. Kuha. But of course, I'm trying to give all. No? Para hindi naman tayo medyo